The SPY is hitting new all-time highs this week. This is a great place to be because there is nobody waiting on top to sell out at break even. When a stock and the market hit new all-time highs, that is considered bullish AF. Now, what I want to do is look at something under the surface. I want to use the God mode inside of Outlier, our sector intelligence map. And I want to look for some new opportunities for you. So we're going to look at 10 stocks in 10 minutes. We're going to try at least. We're going to look at 10 stocks in 10 minutes and see which ones of these stocks are worth your time and your money. So let's kick off the timer right now. And using our sector intelligence map, I'm going to sort by month. Now, interestingly as it is, the monthly leads the weekly. I could not believe it when I found it in the data either, but the monthly leads the weekly. Now, what you're going to see here is the percentage gain over the last month. So over the last 30 days, okay? And that's 4 different times, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see how materials is improving month over month, which is great. Now, it does have a negative week though. I don't want a negative week. So I'm not even going to look at anything in material sector. The materials have been on fire, absolute fire, but they are slowing down. They are slowing down. And then we could look at the information technology sector. Now, if we look at the tech sector, you'll notice over here on the breadth, the number of buy signals was falling over the last few days, but now it's starting to pick back up, meaning more buy signals are coming through. That's what we want to see. And we also have a positive month, a positive week. Joe, let's dive deeper into the tech sector. Now, again, we're going to sort this by month, and we're going to see the different industries that are pulling through. So we've got the computer hardware industry. We've got the software application industry. I don't think I'm going to take any more. I think those are the top 2 over here. But realistically speaking, the buy count's going down. The buy count's holding flat right here. You know what, Joe? I may just look at computer hardware. So let's dive deeper into computer hardware. So the screener is already going to do all the hard work for you. I'm going to make a couple changes over here because I want to make sure we have only positive back tests. And let's look for some that have a buy signal in the last week. I'm recording this on Friday. Let's look over the last week or so. And no partial data stocks. Now, let's dig deeper and see who's looking good over here. Well, we've got Qubit with the sell signal that just came today. And then we've got STX, IonQ, and SCKT. Let's look at those 3. STX, IonQ, that's our first 3. STX, IonQ, and SCKT. We're already at 7 minutes, Joe. I'm going far too slow. All right, so SCKT rocket shipped higher, but this is a penny stock. Don't touch penny stocks. We're not even going to dig any deeper on that. Then we're looking at IonQ. This stock is a $45 stock. I'm much more interested. Now, what I see over here is great. First, I can see up here in the Outlier 9 that everything is green as could be. When the market is rocketing higher, that's 40% of the move of your stock. When the sector is looking strong, that's 30% of your stock. And when the stock is looking good itself, that's 30% on its own. So 70% of the move of any stock is outside of the control of the stock itself. But this is 9 of 9. This is a beautiful place to be. So looking at this, buy signals in place, you got a bullish trend. It's getting less fearful, more greedy. The sector is getting less fearful. And we just looked a minute ago at the breadth of the tech sector. It's also getting more buy signals, and it's got more uptrends and downtrends. IonQ, I'm going to give that a score of 9. We're going to kick off with a 9 of 9. IONQ, score of 9 of 9. All right, Joe, you take this next one here. Tell me what you think about STX, Seagate.
Seagate. STX, I think, had a decent year so far, but we're coming off a lot of red background, a lot of white background. So that tells me it's been in consolidation here, right? We only recently got the buy signal. It looks like maybe today, Chris, that buy signal showed up. So that's good. That's good. Fear and greed on the ticker itself is going up, but it's not overextended. So that's good. We already mentioned the tech constituents, fear and greed, that's going up, but it's not overextended. And I even see the outlier channel score on the sector is a 2. That's another great sign. So in the outlier 9, we see 8 of 9. Apparently there's an order block. We got to look into that a little bit more before entering. But so far, this looks really good. This might be another winner for us right out of the gate here.
I agree. Now, what this is representing is an area of stuck buyers. Okay. You want to make sure that the overhead resistance is done before you start throwing money at a stock. Okay. So we might want to see that go up a bit higher, might want to see that go up a little bit higher, but that's going to be an 8 of 9, right? We want to have that confirmation before we start getting busy. Okay. So, Joe, that was everything that we could even look at in this industry. Now let's zoom out. And you know what? There are no other industries that I'm interested in. Let's go back to our sector. Let's sort by month. And then let's look at the next sector, which would be energy. Now, I'm really anxious about energy stocks. Very anxious about energy stocks because it feels like the Iran and Trump tweet battle never ends, right? It's we got a deal on the table. It was amazing. I negotiated because I'm the bestest, amazing negotiator ever. And then 36 minutes later, I'm going to blow Iran back to the Stone Age. We have no idea what's going on. So this energy sector is really, really volatile because of that. But there could be some opportunities in here. So let's take a look. Well, if we sort by the last month, uranium stocks. Well, that's not going to be impacted by the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, let's learn about some uranium stocks. Maybe these are some good ones over here. Joe, I don't know if we're going to get through all 10. We're taking far too long. Too long. Outlier positive return, no partial data. Let's go look. All right, we've got CCJ, we've got UUUU, and we've got DNN. Let's start with these guys. CCJ. Now, by looking top down, we can see where money is flowing. And money is flowing into CCJ right here. Looks like it's got a little bit of room up to this order block. I like at least 2%, and it's coded for 2% room to the upside. So CCJ is looking really strong, right? Now, let's look at the bottom down here and explain what each one of these areas are showing. When the green line is pushing up over the yellow line, that is showing you that we have more buy signals than sell signals, and that is growing in this sector. So that's a good thing. When it's lighting up red versus green, red means less downtrends, green means more uptrends. So we've been having some improvement in the trends down here. And then when we go into this area right here, this is showing you the fear and greed. So this is the fear and greed score today of everybody in this sector. And we're plotting that over time. The average fear and greed score is rising. And then the stock itself, the greed is starting to come back in. In fact, it got pretty fearful. It was down at 16, 17 for a hot minute, but it's coming back. It's rip-roaring back higher. And in fact, this could have been a major bottom right here that CCJ is following. And in fact, we're on a 9 of 9 on CCJ. Joe, we're taking far too long. CCJ. I don't know if we're going to make our 10-minute limit, but we're trying.
Chris, if I was interested in uranium, I would actually consider maybe an ETF like URAA or something like that that kind of gives me exposure to multiple stocks, but something to look into.
You know what? Let's look into it right now, Mr. Smarty Pants. Well, unfortunately, we covered 9,000 stocks and ETFs inside of Outlier. URAA, we don't have the buy and sell signals, but you know what? The sector is looking great, like we just talked about, and the stock itself, URAA, the ETF, looking pretty sharp as well. Let's look at UUUUUUUU, Joe. You tell me what you think about UUUUU.
Okay, well, the buy signal came just a few days ago, so that doesn't scare me. If it was a really old buy signal, maybe I would think twice, right? But it looks like fear and greed is great. It's coming out of a really fearful experience for the investors. Let's see, our energy heat map, that looks great. We actually have even an outlier channel score of 1 here, so that's good. Outlier 9 is all lit up. This thing looks really good, but I'd be concerned about those order blocks. I'd want to measure to those order blocks because if I don't have enough room above me before people start selling, it could really be an uphill battle. So I'd really want to look into those order blocks again, like we said on the last one.
Yeah, and you know what? There's a lot of our outliers that are in UUUU. So yeah, they've definitely been banking it this week. Congratulations on that. Joe, we're not going to get through 10. UUUU. No. It did show a 9 of 9. But you know what? We're still gonna push through. How about what was the next one over here? DNN. It's the less fake news cousin of CNN. Looking at this one over here, we already talked about the sector. DNN's getting more greedy. It's got a bullish trend in place. It might have that outlier block on top of it as well. So you got to be careful. There's a lot of outlier blocks. A lot of people who are just finally starting to see their stock price come back to break even, and they could be selling out on top of you. But it looks like you got a room to the upside. I'm going to rank DNN not as fake news, but I'm going to rate it as a 9 of 9 because it really was right here. You know what, Joe? Let's change tactics a little bit. Let's go for some big names. How about the biggest name in the market? How about NVIDIA? How about NVIDIA? We already jumped into our sector intelligence map, but how about NVIDIA? You tell me what you see about NVIDIA, because we ain't making it. We ain't making it. I'm gonna turn this off right here. We got 4 seconds left.
This looks pretty good too. The buy signal might be a little bit stale. I'd want to count the number of days back, but Fear and Greed looks awesome on the ticker. It looks awesome on the sector. The outlier channel score is good. Outlier 9 is great. 8 of 9. Again, though, I'd want to go into charting and I would want to check out those order blocks because I don't want to hit my head on this one. But it's going to have a good score. I don't think maybe a 9 on this one as well.
No, that's an 8. That's an 8. We're going to rank it at 8 of 9. Ziggy Norwal, he says, you know what? If you're going to talk about NVIDIA, you got to talk about the AMD. AMD, let's go look at it. Well, AMD is not looking all that great. It has had a really, really solid move. An outlier caught the bottom and almost the very top. Okay. Now, looking at this, you can see just how greedy AMD got, and then it went sideways on the greed and down on the greed, and the prices were not really gone anywhere at all. That's where that fear and greed heat map is going to help you out so much, is by saying, you know what? When people are getting more greedy, that's what I'm after, and it's helping push the price of the stock up. People stopped being so greedy because we got a score of out of 100, 94, 95 out of 100, and now we're into the fear zone, if you can believe that. We're into the fear zone. AMD, that gets a score of 6. I know a lot of people's favorite stock is AMD. That's going to get a score of 6. But Joe, we can't move on from AMD without talking about the one true stock. This is like the ring of power of all stocks. SoFi. SoFi for life, bro. All right, let's take a look at it. Oof.
Wow. Right out of the gate.
But this one's on you, Joe. Tell me what. Whoa, slow down. Did you see what I saw?
Yeah, right out of the gate, I've got the sell signal. So, you know, this is not going to have a high score if you're wanting the price to go up. You're also getting more fearful on the ticker itself. And you've only got, what is it? Is it 8? 6 of 9? 6 of 9 we've got going here. So
6 of 9, yeah.
Not good. Not good. Nope.
SoFi is not something I'm putting my money after. That's right. You know what? I actually was trading into Palantir earlier this week. Let's take a look at it today. Let's take a look at Palantir right now, PLTR. Now, Palantir had a monster 30% up move after earnings. First off, I will never trade through earnings because I don't know if this is going to be 30% up or 30% down. But what I did see was a gap and go. A gapping or greedy. It's at 84 out of 100 on the greed score, and it's pushing up higher. I like this stock. I like it. Let's take one look class right here. It's seeing an outlier block somewhere. I'm not seeing it just on the chart right here, but that's all right. We're still going to get Palantir a 9 or an 8 of 9. And Joe, do me a favor. Let's do the last one over here. This one's on you. Let's see. I'm looking in the chat to see if they had put anything else in the chat. Nope. But you know what? How about, Joe, what's your favorite stock? Let's look at your favorite stock.
I don't have a favorite. Let's do TWLO. I'm not married to any.
I thought you were going to say Texas Roadhouse. I thought you were going to say Texas Roadhouse. TWLO. All right. Again, don't be scared of gaps. Look at that big, beautiful gap right there. We got a buy signal in place. It's getting more and more and more greedy from all directions. A 9 of 9. So we're going to wrap up TWLO with a 9 of 9. Well done, Joe. So look, we looked at the strongest sectors. We looked at some of the strongest industries in those sectors, and we came up with a handful of really solid names. And then using the same principles here, the same data, we were able to look at some of the biggest names out there. And you know what? We still came up with a few that look like an opportunity and some they're not worth your money. They're not worth your money at all. Now, the tool we're using is called Outlier. You can get access to it at outlier.com. It's only 82 cents a day for all of this data at your fingertips. And you know what, Joe? Popping up right now is a video on my face to help you save time, make money, and start winning with less risk. You definitely need to watch this video to learn more. Subscribe, and we'll talk soon.